Hi, everyone. Welcome to another...
Welcome
to another episode of Help with Natalie Cuomo. I'm here with the amazing comedian, Maddy Smith.
What the hell is up?
How are we?
I'm good. So, I did the pod when it was at Digital.
I know.
Remember?
I know. Oh, my God.
Yes. Back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We have really...
I know.
We've come so far.
Now we're here. We're at Gotham City Studios.
It's amazing.
We got a lot of ring lights going on.
We do. We've come so far. You're fucking killing it.
I feel like I am, but I also can't tell.
No.
Because day to day, it's still the same.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some days you're like, all right, I'm crushing it.
Yeah.
And then other days you're like, eh. And then other times you're like, I have to keep it going.
Yes.
Which is annoying too.
Yeah. I feel like I can confirm you are crushing it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
really nice.
Absolutely.
But I feel like there's still more to be done, which is annoying.
But that's the whole thing. You just
I
gotta
guess
keep
so.
going, keep building.
Yeah.
You're on Wild and Out.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 years, 8 seasons?
I think it's been right before the pandemic I got on. So it's like maybe 3 years and like 8 seasons.
Damn, I was wrong.
I guess 4 years now. Yeah.
Okay.
2019, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But 8 seasons.
Okay.
I think. But I think the 7th one is coming out now.
Okay.
And then the 8th we just filmed, my 8th. And there's 20 seasons of the show.
That's crazy.
So I've pretty much been on half the show now.
Oh my God.
Which is crazy.
I feel like there's so many ways that I want to pick your brain about the show. If you want.
I'm ready.
I feel like when you did the podcast, you were on the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't good at asking questions, probably.
We didn't really talk about Wild and Out. We talked about, I don't have no idea. I don't remember.
Me neither.
And there was a guy there, so
men
they
just
spoil the
ruin
energy.
things.
They ruin everything. This summer I went on vacation with just the girls. Best vacation ever.
Wow.
I always have guys. No offense, love the men in my life. But just having girls, game changer. And they feel the same way about us.
Yeah.
They feel the same fucking way about us.
They do. I mean, they obviously know that women, obviously they love us, but, they need some testosterone time.
Yeah, they need their little time.
We need our
to
time.
do their football or whatever.
Yeah.
Talk about blowjobs. And then we need time to talk about every guy we've ever fucked in detail.
Yes.
Yeah. So I also feel like that men eat more, they drink more. Every vacation I do that's co-ed, it's every morning. What are we eating? I eat one meal a day.
I know.
Okay? Yeah.
It's funny because it's like I gain weight in a relationship, not just because I'm happy, but because men eat more and we're going to eat together.
They eat like 10 meals a day.
It's like I can't keep up with the eating. I love to eat, so obviously I'm going to say yes.
I know. I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way.
So, okay, Wild and Out. First of all, the show, amazes me because do you guys do any rehearsal?
We don't do rehearsal.
Really?
We do 30 episodes in 10 days.
Yeah.
3 episodes a day. So
that's crazy.
We do like a blocking rehearsal.
Okay.
Before the season starts. We get to the stage, see how it looks, and then we just do a blocking with the director to make sure we stand where we're supposed to for certain games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we don't do rehearsing an episode. We don't do any sort of that.
Do you know what any of the prompts are going to be beforehand?
You know what games you're playing, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then you just go from there.
So, you can write things and you know what you're going to say.
But lately I've been just kind of running it.
Really?
Because I kind of solidified myself on the show enough.
That you can
and there's a few people on the show. It should be just comedy. Like the DC or 85 South, they're huge on it and they're funny no matter what. And they can just think of stuff on the spot.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a bunch of freestylers who are so good at rapping last minute. And I don't know. I think it's more fun when it's just all off the cuff.
How many seasons do you feel like it took you to really find your voice and trust yourself?
I definitely think after my 4th season was when all the producers were like, we're cooking now. Yeah. They were like, we knew you were good. They were like MVP rookie, blah, blah, blah. But then 4th season, they were like, oh, you're like a mainstay character on this show who can do anything and we can always trust to be reliable. So I think it was that. We filmed a season in Jersey City and it was 20 2021. In October of 2021, that was our Jersey City season, where that was just like my best season ever. Since then, it's been downhill.
What made it so good?
I don't know. I think just like consistency, just like stepping up and being a new person who the producers see as someone who can carry the show into this next generation as they try to add more young people and kind of not phase out, but not rely on their like older cast members as much. Because there's some people who've been on the show for a year, like 15 plus seasons.
Right.
And a lot of them have gone and are going on to do bigger things and bigger projects. And there's like opportunity for younger people to step up.
Right.
For that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I auditioned for Wild and Out.
Really? I didn't know that.
This year, yeah.
Really?
Didn't get it.
So that was this year before May, right? Because we filmed in May. So then you probably early this year.
Yeah.
Did you audition at the Viacom?
No, I just sent in a self-tape.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Wowee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you have to do?
I did. I think I like said something about said like a little bit about me. Terrible. And then I think it was the game where like you leave a message as someone. Message. I did Fergie.
Hilarious.
So bad.
What'd you do? Did you pretend to sing badly like the Star Spangled Banner she did?
I should have. You know what I did? I did what's the song where she's like with the letters?
GLAMOROUS.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
There's a
like
different
F to the ER. That one.
Yeah. Fergalicious.
That Fergalicious.
She was spelling a lot for a while.
She's so good at spelling.
I know. She's so good at spelling.
I could have done so much better. I'm really mad at myself.
No.
But yeah.
So you did a play on the.
Yeah, but it was terrible. I mean, obviously, I didn't get
Whatever.
it.
I've never seen anyone do a Fergie, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really got me thinking, like trying to do that self-tape gave me so much more respect.
Oh my God.
Because it's so fucking hard.
It's pretty hard, but it is at the same time one of the easiest and best jobs in the world.
Yeah.
Because it is at its core the lowest level of comedy.
Why?
And not in a bad way, just like it's the easiest stuff you can make jokes about. I feel like a lot of comedy right now is like thoughtful, philosophical. Okay. But at Wild and Out, we're still just like, you're gay. No, you're gay. No, you have no ass. Like, it's really just enjoyable for anyone who just wants to laugh. So that's why it's like, it is hard, but it's also like simplest. You don't have to think too much because it leads with more playful and goofiness than what I think stand-up is right now, which is like thoughtful.
But I think that's important. I think you'll forget, like, that's the point of comedy. It's just a laugh.
Yeah, I know. And I'm goofy.
Yeah.
I'm goofy in my stand-up. I'm not serious at all.
That's good.
I have no opinions.
You have opinions.
But I have no hot takes. I have no, like, I'm not changing anyone's mind, I don't think.
You don't need to.
Right.
Like, I feel like most people that have opinions aren't even changing anyone's mind. They're just solidifying people's opinions that already exist. They're like, yes,
true.
This person's solidifying my opinion.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. When did Maddy with the Fatty begin?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it was in that Jersey City season. I think we did... We were always joking about my ass. We joked about my ass from the beginning because that's just a white girl thing. Justina, who's the other one on the show, she has like red hair, like literal red hair. They always make jokes about her ass, and then I came in, and so she can make jokes about how she looks thick next to me. And then I think Maddy with the Fatty came around in that season in 2021 because when I would run out, Nick would go, Maddy with the Fatty, and then it just stuck. Yeah. And then I started using it in like every game.
I love that
I was playing. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually.
Do you feel like there's like a different relationship with like, I don't know, like with your body in that?
I do think that white people want to be skinny and black people don't.
Yeah.
So I got on Wild and Out, and I was probably... when I first got on Wild and Out, I was probably like maybe 20 pounds heavier. I always thought I was fat. And then I got on Wild and Out, and they would just make jokes about how skinny I was. and how I had no ass. And like in the white people, they would be like, oh yeah, she's definitely like a medium. But to Unwild and Out, they're like, you're skin and bones. So you start to learn more about like what it means to be thick versus skinniness, and why do we care about being skinny, stuff like that. So like black people don't want to be like thin.
So it's really a cultural thing.
Definitely.
What it like
in the same way white people want to. Everyone wants to look good, but I think there's more focus on being like slim, thick. Whereas when I was growing up, it was like straight up and down. This idea of like wanting a big butt is very foreign to me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like I have a deeply ingrained eating disorder. Like
absolutely.
In everything that I do.
Everything. And I don't think it's ever going to go away. One time I told my therapist, I don't think the eating stuff's ever going to go away. But if I could just have it on the back burner. You know, like body dysmorphia, eating problems, watching what you're eating, or blah, 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 stuff like that. I feel like that's lifetime for me.
Same.
And I don't really have time to focus on it, right? As long as you're functioning.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've never been like close with a woman that doesn't struggle with it.
Me neither. I had one friend in college who she told me her mom was super normal. Her mom never talked about like weight loss or anything. They focused on like having food that was there. They didn't do white bread, brown bread. They didn't do any of that like stuff that I was doing in the 90s because of my parents. And she had a really like neutral outlook on her body and her friends' bodies, and she's the only person only woman I've ever known who like ate normally. Yeah.
It's weird. I feel like I can't even watch a TV show without just noticing that everyone is like super skinny, and if they're not, it's like a point of the fact that they're not.
I know.
And especially being in entertainment, it's so hard for me to not just obsess over it.
It's literally all I notice.
It's like crazy.
Like every show I watch, I'm like, that. Look at that outfit. Look at her body. Ba 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 ba. It's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then like I always want to know what everyone's eating like. Actually. Like I want to know what celebrities, what they're doing every day.
Yeah.
And like Kendall Jenner, I want to know what she's up to. And I want to know, what everyone's up to eating wise.
Why do you think it's so deeply ingrained in us?
Well, my mom definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, she never said anything to me, but she was always trying to lose weight herself. And I think when you hear your parents call themselves fat growing up.
Yeah, you have to set the standard for self-love. It's like.
I know.
Definitely.
I know. It's a problem.
But you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, the problem was the easy way. I could lose it easily because I wasn't fat growing up.
Yeah.
I gained a lot of weight in college.
Okay.
So it was like I was always regular, sporty growing up. Then I stopped kind of doing sports in high school, gained weight, but then I was just like normal, kind of like maybe like a size 10, 12 pants, whatever. Just like a regular big upstate bitch. Then in college, I got really obsessed with like eating. Like I got caught in like this binge eating because was trying to not eat and then would binge, got caught up in that. Then junior of college, I lost a fuck ton of weight. I probably went down to like, well, I don't know if you're supposed to say numbers. I think that's triggering. That's what they say on TikTok. But I was in the low hundreds. And then then I gained it all back because that's what happens when you fucking lose a shit ton of weight in one summer. Yeah. Gain it all back senior year. Like I gained like 80 pounds. So I was up to like 200 pounds. And that stayed for years because I spent every day trying to get it off.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And then once I stopped thinking about it and I started doing comedy, moved to New York, weight started passively coming off because I was walking more. Mm-hmm. I think I stopped binging and started just like eating just like normally during the day, which I was so afraid of because I would always be eating nothing during the day and then panic binging at night. Yeah. That's why I got stuck in that cycle. Then one morning I woke up and I was like, why don't we just eat 3 meals a day, figure out how that works. Right. And then I just started losing weight because I just started eating like normally. I guess intuitive eating, I guess. And then, so that was like 2016 into 2018. I just passively dropped weight, which I think is like the only one.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking about it every day, you're going to go crazy.
It's so true. I do feel like it only happens like passively. And I feel like you go to the gym a lot.
I do go to the gym a lot. When I was initially getting all that weight off. I wasn't going to the gym. I was just walking a lot in New York and having a focus, which was comedy.
Yeah.
So, and then I stopped drinking for a while, and then a lot of weight came off because there's no beer. And then I started going to like Equinox and then Orange Theory and then everything. Then that was the final.
That was helpful.
Yeah. Now I feel like I'm pretty skinny.
Yeah.
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 But
Maddy with the fatty.
I know. So it was all of my 20s was focused pretty much on trying to lose weight. The first half was trying to lose weight, and then the second half was exercising to lose even more weight.
Yeah, I feel hyper focused on weight too. It's so frustrating.
Definitely. I'm definitely better now, but I have to take like photos of myself. I have to take photos of my body to see what it looks like because I never know. Every mirror is different.
Yeah.
And I have to take photos of my outfits. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not as obsessive though. I do feel regretful that I wasted 10 years of my life. Yeah. But I guess I feel good now because I've been set up for normalcy.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I don't have to deal with that in my 30s.
What do you think, like, the advice you would give yourself, like your younger self, with the knowledge you know now?
I would be like, figure out how to nourish your body appropriately. Stop losing your mind over this. Actually, the first thing I would say is like you have to like yourself. I think that's where we got lost in all of this.
Right.
Yeah. That's where in college the eating stuff started because I just didn't like myself to begin with.
Right. It's almost
body and person.
It's like if you can like fix this one thing, then everything will be better.
Totally. So I was like punishing. I was like in this punishing cycle where now if I had my brain and my mental health, I would be like, oh, your body deserves vegetables and water and protein, fiber, and all that stuff. And we're doing it because we like ourselves and our bodies.
Yeah.
And we're excited to be on this journey. Whereas everything in my 20s was like, I can't wait until in 6 months when I drop all this weight because every Monday was like a new like start. Like I was always in this like new start of after a like bad binge or a bad weekend. That's how so I was always waiting for the 6 months from that point where I would be like skinnier and then I would be able to be happy. So I pretty much was disassociating the entire time.
Did you think of yourself as having an eating disorder or did you think of it like, because I feel like a lot of people, they have disordered eating, but they're not really at that place where they're like accepting it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I definitely knew. I didn't, like, looking back, I'm like, wow, that was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
In the time, in the moment, sorry, I can't talk today. At the time, I thought I was a piece of shit with no control over food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like,
yeah.
I have such obsessiveness over.
Yeah. I hate the physical discomfort of it and how that, like, wires up to your brain to tell you that you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
When it's pretty much like a biological response to not eating enough.
Yeah.
So I really wish I learned how to do like positive self-talk earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much only been negative until like 2 years ago maybe.
I feel like I started doing these like workout videos at home. Mm-hmm. Her name is Maddie.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice. She does YouTube stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so what?
Like body strength?
Yeah, they're just like different half-hour videos. Yeah. I feel good after I do those, even though it's hard to motivate myself because I'm like, I did it.
I know.
And it's like it's hard because I'm like, I'm not skinnier. I did 30 minutes and I look the same.
I know.
But it's like after time, like I do notice and I'm like, okay, I pushed myself to do something I didn't want to do. And that does make me feel like better about myself as a human.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like a helpful start. Yeah.
For sure.
Or I'm like, I couldn't do this exercise a month ago and now I can do it. That's
little
cool.
Tiny things.
Yeah.
It takes like a long time for your body to like fully change composition, but there's like little wins that you can note. And also, I always am like, I exercise because when you're 60 and when you're 80, if you can't fucking get up the stairs, like you're fucked. And
I know.
Like, if you start earlier, you're so much better off later on in life.
100%.
So I tried to take, like, the body part out of it, and I just try to say, like, yeah, I exercise because that's what
I want to live a while.
Yeah. I pretend I'm, like, an old person. I'm like, yeah, of course I exercise. It's my part of my day, part of my aerobics.
Yeah.
And later in life, I'm going to be so much better off than all these motherfuckers who don't.
Well, okay. I feel like you are seriously crushing it in your life.
That's so nice.
Like, honestly, you're touring so much. You're opening for Theo, opening for Bert Kreischer, killing it on this TV show. Yeah. Like, honestly, you're so funny. I remember watching you, like, at Mike's.
Yeah,
like,
remember the Lantern?
Yep, at the Lantern. Yeah. And I literally remember being like, I've said this to so many people. I've been like, years ago, I was like, Maddie is so funny that even if I didn't like her as a person, I would think that she was really funny.
Oh my God, that's so nice. That's such a nice compliment.
Even though I do like you as a person, but, like, you're really funny. Mm-hmm. And I've always thought that.
That's so nice.
No, you are. And I do like you as a person, but obviously.
Yeah. but
you are. But even if I didn't, yes. But like you also, I wanted to ask you, like, so you were doing like a lot of roasts in New York City.
Yes.
And you were doing these roast battles. Do you feel like those helped you with Wild and Out now that you're... now that you're like in this place where there is a lot of roasting and thinking on your feet, and even in a roast battle, like you prepare these jokes, but you kind of have to be quick with the comebacks.
Yeah, you do. I definitely prepared me. That was actually how I sent in one of my roast masters to audition. I actually think it made me too prepared because I came in with like really mean stuff, and Wild and Out is historically pretty playful. Yeah, and I would come in and be like, "You can't come," like, you're fucking autistic, like stuff like that we say in roast battle. Because in roast battle, we're like, blah, 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 his mom committed suicide after they saw his comedy, stuff like that, like family, slitting your wrists. And so I came in with like pretty dark stuff, but I think it helped. Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
You just had to reel it back a notch.
Yeah, just to make sure it like makes the episode, because it is kind of a show for kids.
That's interesting. Yeah. Were there a lot of times where like you thought something was good and then it got cut out of the episode and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but only a couple times. It's more so like they have to squeeze other people in. But there was like pretty much all the banger stuff, you know. Yeah. You pretty much know.
You're like, that's going to get in. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
How much of it, like when you're performing, is like, is it like a pressure to like be in, like have it make the episode?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah. Because there's like over 8 people on each side, maybe 10 on each side. And then each game, so if we play the game where we hit, or the outgoing message where you do the voicemail of someone, there will be like 3 to 4 people from each team.
Okay.
Who go up and play. And they have to have like the celebrity do it. They have to have Nick Cannon go up probably. So then there's like a couple slots. So you have to make sure your stuff is banging. And then on top, like before that, you have to make sure you're even cast in the episode to be on stage.
Right.
So you have to be good enough to have them book you on the episode, because it changes every episode. So some people are in every episode no matter what, but then there's this roster of all these people who could get between 1 and 30 episodes. So if you're good, they'll give you more. And then if you're good in the episode, you'll be in the episode. So it's like a bunch on top of each other.
How do they decide like who gets what episode?
It's definitely like there's a lot of moving parts. There's like, so if DC Young Fly is there that day, he's going to be in every episode. Right. I know Nick picks based on like who would vibe with each other for the day, and then like from new people who's been doing really well. If people have been weaker, they might sit out for a couple days.
Okay.
It's pretty much just showbiz though.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's ever like sexual tension on set between people? Or is it kind of just like for show and fun?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of on their phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a moving, like, because we do 3 episodes a day, like there's fast. Not really time. Yeah. We do have parties. We have parties for sure.
Really?
Yeah. But no one really fucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people are booed up.
Okay.
A lot of us are old.
Yeah.
There's like not a lot of girls. It's the same thing as stand-up.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, some of us are fucking, but a lot of us, like me and you, just have boyfriends in comedy. Not as much fucking.
What's your take on like dating comedians?
Well, I think it's basically fine.
Yeah.
Because I've done it so much. Well, no, I guess I've just had a couple boyfriends, but I think it's fine as long as everyone's supportive of each other.
Yeah.
And you keep your shit under wraps and there's no like sides being taken if you break. I think the breakup is the riskiest part.
Right.
Yeah. And that's any field if you're dating a coworker.
Right.
So you have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I feel like if you're going to do it, just like make sure that it's someone that like it's worth it, that you really care about. Don't just like fuck around.
Yeah, you have to think about it.
Yeah.
My last boyfriend, he was a comedian. We dated 3 years and he was like, I thought about this a lot because there's a lot that goes into dating someone in your field, and then the fact that you two are both public people really adds another layer to it.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't think about like longer term, like what would happen if we break up.
I know.
And it can get sour.
You never like stop getting comments about things or nothing never goes away anymore.
I know, totally.
It's crazy.
I know, and especially if you like your last boyfriend who was like who's like a media mogul.
Yeah,
like,
media mogul.
Yeah. And like chatty about his whole life.
He's so annoying. Yeah,
it's a lot. I like to be super private.
Yeah.
So, like, I am in a relationship, but no one knows.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
Lock.
Yeah.
And then it sets me up for the future of like, because I really like Theo Von because he's so funny and so popular, but people don't really know anything about his personal life.
Yeah.
So I like his style of like, he's so goofy, he's so funny, but there is a lot of stuff that's private.
Right.
Versus like Bert, who I open for too, he's like, his whole show is like a reality show. Yeah. Which isn't my style. Right. And so I think setting it up now, living your life now, how you want it to look in 20 years, right, or 10 years is the way to go. So while I could maybe get more traction if I had like a famous hubby and we went around and pranced about, all of that would shake me to my core anxiety-wise.
I don't know. I kind of like, I never want to be like someone's like I never want to be like known as like this famous person's partner. Like I always just want to be like me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah. And especially because your business is you. Yeah. And so then to add that partnership takes away from the brand, I think.
Exactly.
Not that, I just mean like an intense one.
No, I know what you mean.
Like one where you're heavily, like Ariana and Pete Davidson. Yeah. Like that kind of thing.
100%.
Like I'm not. No.
I agree.
I'm a massive entity.
Yes. Yeah. So, okay, what are like the big differences in opening for like Theo and Bert then?
I think the big differences are like that Bert basically is super social, super partier. We party, we eat and drink a lot, we go out a lot. And then Theo is more, kind of keeps to himself. We'll do activities, but he's sober. So we don't get as crazy. Yeah. It's a lot quieter backstage.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Do you have like any pre-show rituals? Like what do you do before a show?
I like to listen to music. Yeah. I like to put on my headphones, pop some tunes in. I don't know.
What do you listen to before a show? Like say
I listen to pop music, like amped up pop music. Or like rap music that makes me feel like a badass. Yeah. Or those are the two ones.
So like say you're backstage. Yeah. It's like this weekend, right? Yeah. Like you're headlining, the host is on stage, the feature's sitting in the fucking green room with you. You're like trying to ignore them maybe.
Right, always.
And
they're like, what's this New York scene like?
They're like, so do you know this person?
How's the New York scene looking? They're like, I don't care, shut up.
I want to anyway, so
no, I wrote in my writer, green room needs to be empty when Maddie arrives.
Really? Do you let the feature sit in the green room?
Yeah, after. But I don't like the energy of when I get there and there's like 5 people sitting there and my couch is warm and my Diet Cokes have been fucking ran through. No. At least give me the emptiness when I get there. Yeah. But then people take it the wrong way because I get there and they're like, oh, we thought you were going to be mean. I'm like, all y'all motherfuckers, you need to understand I need space, okay?
No, it's crazy.
And honestly, It is my pet peeve when I walk into a green room and there's host, feature, guest spot, manager, blah, 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 sitting in there.
Chatting. It's like, do you know I'm going to do an hour?
Yeah. And I sold all these tickets. And now I have to be like, hi, can I squeeze in here?
It's also, you are the one that made everyone their money that evening. It's actually crazy. Can I just sit in a room by myself for half an hour? Is it that much to ask?
And I put it in my rider, and now every manager is like, we didn't really even, like, that is such intense. I'm like, don't mention, you're not supposed to mention it. I feel like if I was a dude, they wouldn't even mention it.
It's really not that fucking crazy either.
It's not that fucking crazy.
It's actually something that these should be doing. It's just respectful.
Yeah, I agree.
Do they come in after it, though, now?
Yeah, well, and then they'll be like, I didn't know if I was allowed because they sold it. I'm like, stop bringing it up.
Just go away.
Yes,
you're not allowed.
Yes,
leave.
Yes.
You know what bothers me so much when like after the feature goes up, the host is like, hey, I'm just gonna like do a few minutes if that's okay.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that too. Yeah. You know what I hate?
Do you need to do a few? Is this really like your time?
Yeah. You know what I hate? When a host, a guy always hosts for me on the road. And they just go right into material and they don't do the thing that we've been taught in New York, which is like, how's everyone doing? Clap it up. You guys ready to see Maddy Smith? Give it up for your club.
Teach them.
What do we got going? Anyone fucking date? Like 2 minutes of crowd work just to unite the crowd.
Yeah.
Make fun of the front row. But it's like every single time. So I can't get hard and right from the beginning. And then it's just comic after comic.
Just telling how depressed their life is, how their dog licks their asshole. It's like, please.
Yeah. And there's no like amp up. And I hosted for so many years in New York.
Same.
And I grinded my ass off getting them all fucking laughing by the end.
I literally am such a good fucking host.
I'm such a good host. Yeah.
It is disgusting. Yeah. I still host.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting how good of a host I am. These people can't host.
I know. It's so bad.
It really pisses me off.
I honestly want to be like, hey, let me go up and get the crowd going.
Me too.
Be your little host. Actually, it's not a bad idea.
Me too. You know, Doug Benson does that. He hosts, then he brings two people up, and then he does his set. Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, it's crazy.
I wouldn't mind testing that out one.
I mean,
maybe like a 5-show weekend. Do it once and like see what it's like. Cause like they never do like they never acknowledge to the audience like you're about to see Maddy Smith. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they should be like, hey, they should acknowledge, hey, this is a show that's happening right now. You're gonna see Maddie. How is everyone? Yeah. Like they need to, it's an event. Like, you know, I've been seeing like a lot of live concerts lately. And that's the one thing that I've been taking away from it is like, it's supposed to be an experience. It's like a united experience, right? So it's like, this is an event. Everyone is performing on the same shows. And it's the host's job to bring all of that together and be like, this is our event that's happening. And on the road, the host is the least qualified person ever. And the host shouldn't be. The host should be better than the feature, honestly.
I know.
But
actually, I know someone who brings someone to permanently host.
Really?
That's the local person feature. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. I like that idea.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
And lets him like host because he's so good at hosting for him.
Do you bring a feature?
I'll usually bring my friend Stuart. Yeah. You know, or just go locals. I don't know.
Which do you do more often?
Stuart, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. I kind of just let her tell me which dates she wants to do.
That's cool.
But, yeah, every club is so annoying, too. Some clubs are annoying. Some clubs are like, no, we already have someone, like, months out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is annoying if you're selling tickets.
Yeah.
I really, like, respectfully don't think clubs should be able to make any decisions after you start selling a certain amount of tickets.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
What do I know? What do I know?
No.
It's a grind out there, and everyone's trying to make a little bit of money off of you. Like, I only started selling tickets pretty much, like, in this, like, selling tickets, like, ahead of time, and where we have to, like, transition all the clubs into giving me a fair deal, because otherwise they would just give you that tiny guarantee and have you walking away and them laughing at the tiny check that they wrote you. Yeah. If you don't, like, reflect and be like, oh, I sold a fuck ton of tickets, so let's change this up. Yeah. So crazy out there.
It's I mean, everyone's just trying to take advantage of the artist. Yeah. Which is crazy.
And you know what also sucks? If you start kind of as a baby and then you grow during that time, you have to like show people like, look, okay, stop treating me Like, I'm a young person now. I'm on your level. Like, look at these followers. Look at this growth. Look at this engagement. Because, like, people will see you as the person who started.
Yeah.
Whether it's in New York, where I started, or people above me maybe only recently started seeing me as, like, a peer, or just on the road, like, showing clubs, like, hey, you can't pay me the same as you did last time.
Yeah.
Because look at these numbers.
Yeah.
You have to, like, prove it to people.
It's really frustrating.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Especially, I feel like, I mean, I hate pulling the woman card, but I do feel like it's so legitimate.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so too. I think people think we're stupid and people think we are not business owners, and that, like, because on stage we're goofy and we make jokes like that we're not, like, intelligent.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, I really so often see, like, men post clips that if I posted them, the comments would be so outrageous, but they're posting them and it's just fine. And I'm like,
yeah, we get the meanest comments. They don't like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're surprised when we are, like, strongly spoken and serious.
Yeah.
And then I always get, like, I didn't think you liked me, and it's only because I'm serious when I first kind of meet people.
Right.
And it's, yeah.
Do you do meet and greets after shows?
I'll do casual.
What do you mean?
Like, go out, but I won't do, like, a paid thing.
No. Yeah. But will
I'll
you
just
go out
and say hi? Not all
do?
the shows. I don't like to set a precedent because then I feel like I'll have to do all of them.
Right.
But I'll do, like, a couple. Like, I did a one-nighter in Philly. I said hi to everyone. And then, like, last show of the night, maybe I will. But it's tiring.
Yes.
Especially if you do 4 or 5 shows.
It's really,
a lot.
It's so exhausting.
Yeah.
Do you feel, like, anxious about meeting crazy fans or something like that?
Not really. I feel like clubs are really good with
Really?
security. Yeah.
Have you ever had to deal with any, like, really crazy fans?
My problem is I don't think they're crazy because it's just, like, dudes who come out to the shows, but then the clubs interpret the people. Like, I went to one club this summer, and every show I always have a bunch of solo guys because I've been on Gas Digital, I've been on Barstool, just wild and out. Like, it's such a masculine, just fucking nerdy solo guys.
Yeah.
I don't care. Great. Ticket sales. But everyone else is normal. But there's always, like, one guy, and they're always just, like, a weird off. And so this one club freaked out about this guy. Like, everyone, every 2 seconds, is giving me warnings. And I took a photo with him, and it was fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all are freaking out, and you think I'm, like, a dumbass who's going to get scooped up by this guy. And they felt like they had to, like, cover me and, like, keep me safe. And I had to be like, guys, there's one of these at every show. You're acting like this is my first time headlining. I do this every weekend. And can all of you shut the fuck, like, seriously chill out. Like, they wanted to drive me home and follow me home so that the guy wouldn't follow me home. Like, stuff like that.
Why were they so worried about him? Like, what was it?
I don't know. I think that it's like they just see, like, one guy being weird as, like, a massive threat. And it's like, yeah, that's how it's going to be for the rest of my life. So why don't you just say, like, oh, this is a pretty weird guy, but I don't think he's a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's stuff like that where then I have to defend the guy and be like, he's not that weird. I've seen worse.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know how you would even like distinguish, like, a violent threat from a weirdo.
Right.
Like, what would the difference even? Like, there's so many guys that just sit there by themselves. Like,
I know.
I don't
know. Yeah. There's so many weirdos at comedy shows in general that I'm not fazed by any of it.
Yeah.
And I haven't had any really creepy stuff, just guys coming alone.
Yeah. Which is not that weird. I mean, it's like you go to a concert by yourself. Like,
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that's the thing with, like, guys that have, like, female fans. No one thinks that, like, a woman by themselves is weird because women aren't really considered, like, aggressive. But women, like, totally, like, harass people after shows.
Oh my God,
like,
the DMs that these guy comedians are getting from girls, like, it's way more severe than what we get. I'll get guys with no chance.
Yeah.
No chance saying stuff. And then even, like, after my shows, I get more, like, that was really awesome. I get, after my show, like, before the shows, I'll get, like, can I please take you out?
Yeah.
And then after the shows, nothing. Because they know, like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But I'll more so, like, get great show. But they rarely will people ask me out after the show. Because they know from my personality on stage, like, it's not happening.
Exactly.
But guys get DMs from real women at their shows. like, where are you? Like, I want to you. But I don't get that.
Yeah, like
I don't
nipple
get that.
grabs.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't do that. I don't get that.
Me neither.
I get actually pretty respectful compared to what the guys are getting. I think girls go crazy over male comedians.
I think so too, and I think like the confidence of a male comic is way more attractive to a woman than like the confidence of a female comic. I think men are so turned off by when they see a woman performing on stage, they're like, ew, confidence.
Yeah, it's a little. They still think we're funny, but it's off-putting.
It's not like sexually attractive.
No.
They're just like
They still laugh, but,
they're
but
like,
they don't want to fuck us.
No, they're just
afterwards.
like, right? They
rarely. I've had like rarely people ask me out.
Same.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. But guys, like, it's crazy.
It really is.
I've seen people I date get hit on. I've seen
the ugliest fucking guys get laid because they do stand up, and like girls just see them on a stage and they're confused. I don't get it.
I know.
Like it makes no sense to me.
It's crazy. You have a boyfriend? Yes. So does he get DMs?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. It's not like he's gonna like be like, hey,
true.
Look at my DMs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I feel like he'd be pretty like respectful or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah,
that is true.
What about?
Well, I don't respond to any of my stuff, and neither does he. So
yeah,
that's just my only. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't pry when it comes to
what's
going on the
You're like, I don't want to
internet of the men I date.
Hear it.
Yeah, I don't care. And if I did see, it would probably make me upset for no reason. Yeah. Even though it's
not real, but I don't want to see it.
Yeah. Even if finding out that there's women who have a crush on your boyfriend, you don't need to know.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't need to
I don't know why it's like he's in your brain. Well, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. I know.
He entered your thoughts. Well, you deserve to die.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm blowing him. So yeah, I have no interest. I have no interest in knowing what kind of porn they watch. I don't know. I don't want to know what their Reddit feed looks like. I have no interest. Yeah. I don't want to know what their group chats look like.
No.
All I know is that my expectations are that you are nice and consistent with me, and when I'm around you, act like I'm the only woman you've ever met.
Exactly.
And that's it. Whatever else goes
fucking
on.
Horse blinders on you, and that's all.
Yeah. I really feel like the dating thing right now is rough. There's a lot of games being played between men and women. Most people I know in relationships are unhappy.
Yeah.
Most guys don't like their girlfriends. Most girlfriends feel like their boyfriends not doing enough.
I don't really talk to anyone. I feel like that's a problem in my life.
Like in relationships or just anyone in general?
In life. Like I talk to Dan. I talk to comedians that like I see in passing. Yeah. But then I'm just like, I feel pretty reclusive.
Yeah, you should talk to more people.
Yeah.
You can talk to me anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have my girls and we talk all the time.
Yeah.
And it helps so much because your boyfriend should just be like one of your friends. But you fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. You just like get stuck in like your cycle of like doing things and it's weird to like make friends as an adult.
Yeah, it is.
Especially like I don't drink, so it's like.
Right. When did you stop drinking? Did you never drink?
No, it's actually a year tomorrow.
Really? Oh, nice. Congrats.
Thanks.
Okay, so what was your decision to make that?
I don't know. Honestly, it was when I started dating Dan and he didn't drink.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll stop drinking with you.
Yeah.
And that was it, really. Mm-hmm. I didn't really expect to like stop drinking altogether, and then I just did, and now it's been a year, which is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I don't know if I'm never gonna drink again, but now I have not drank for a year.
Yeah.
I didn't really like drinking.
Right.
And
you
I'm
never
like
partied like binge drank or anything? Did you went to Bard?
I drank so much in high school,
okay.
and I would get like really sick when I drank. Like I'd throw up so much, and like I just hated when I got really sick.
Yes.
Like I was never a person that could just like, I don't know, when I got sick, it was like I'm out for the night, I'm throwing up till the morning.
Right. Yeah, I hate that.
It's the fucking worst.
I also feel like when people who like did it a lot in high school, like they get over it earlier. Yeah. Because I did it more in college. That was when I first started drinking, and it took me longer to
like
get
be
out
done.
Of that. Yeah.
Wait, what made you decide to be a comedian? Did you always want to do comedy?
Well, I was always funny. I was always like the funny in the friend group. I was always funny in my family, but we weren't raised to be creatives or have non-traditional jobs.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know you could like be a comedian. I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So then like I moved to New York a year after college, and I realized I was like finally away from my family and anyone who would ever know that I tried comedy. So I just went to an open mic, and then I just started. Like I never stopped after that. But it was intimidating because I lived upstate in Rochester, and they had like a tiny scene.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do that because everyone would know.
Right.
So then New York was really exciting because there's so much going on, and no one will know. No one will know if you take an improv class. No one will know if you do stand-up and fail. That was like really exciting to me. But then I started, I just didn't stop.
Yeah.
It's a really boring story.
No, I get that 100%.
And I always thought it was like the easiest job. It's the easiest way to make money.
Do your parents watch Wild and Out?
Yeah.
Do they like it?
Yeah, I think they're like a little bit sick of it after watching it for so long. But it's funny because my dad has like his favorite characters, and my mom and her fiance watch it together too. They've been watching since I got on. Yeah.
What's like something people don't know about you that they wouldn't expect?
Oh, I don't know. What's something people don't know about you that they wouldn't expect? I don't know. I feel like people don't know that I'm like pretty smart. I feel like people don't know that. Like not only like business comedy wise, but
I feel that.
Read a lot. I read the news a lot. I like to cook. I like to learn the languages. I like to do crosswords. So
comedy's intelligence.
True. It's a lot of wordplay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's, I really like crosswords and books.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I really like plants. I have a lot of plants. I'm so boring.
No, I love this.
What's other things? I played soccer and I swam in high school.
Oh my
I
God.
was in musical theater. Oh,
You
here's
were?
something. Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I love musical theater.
Yeah, I just went to a really good high school, so I didn't get any good parts. Because when you go to a good high school, all the rich kids like take
fucked
everything.
up.
Everyone's good at sports. Everyone's good at everything.
That's annoying.
Oh, it's something people don't know about me is I was actually the editor-in-chief of my college newspaper.
Ooh.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. It was a small school, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Oh my God, dude, you texted me this, and I was thinking about it, and I don't know. The best advice. One time I was talking to like Mike Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
It was like he's an older comedian, and I did a roast battle at New York Comedy Club, and I lost, and I cried, and I had a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And I think I had been cooking. I had just gotten in at New York. I was cooking. I was like the young gun. And Mike Cannon, I was like, do you have any tips for as I move forward? And he was like, yeah, chill the fuck out. Because you're only a few years in and you have to learn how to like chill for a second. So, yeah, I think that was like, just like nothing's as serious. And it's in those early years when you think it's so serious. Like you have a bad set and you think it's like the end of your life.
Right.
You lose a roast battle and you start having a panic. Or I remember New York Comedy Club had like a competition, and we did, round one I murdered. Everyone was like, you're gonna win. And then I choked in the round two, and I was like, this is why, blah, blah, blah. Such panicky things that still happen to me because of that trauma from early on. Like JFL, I can't audition for because it brings me and it's at New York Comedy Club, so it brings that like early, like trying to prove myself emotions out of me. So yeah, I think when he was like, chill out, that was, because I'm not even 10 years in, and there's so much more to be done.
I know. Sometimes I forget, like, we're going to be here for a while. Like, it feels like everything needs to happen so quickly, and it's like, it's not all going to happen right now. Like, our careers are going to be so long. Like,
and they're going to change.
Yeah.
And you could have heat and then go away, and then you could have a different kind of heat.
Yeah.
And that, like, you can have all sorts of pops.
Yeah.
There's never we all have this idea of like, oh, it has to happen now. Or you see someone else doing that, I have to do that now. And it really doesn't. Because if you're going to be doing it forever, but then that also makes me like not do anything.
I know.
So I'm like, well, I'll be here forever.
No, but you do a lot.
So true. But I am like, there are times where I'm like lazy.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like I'm lazy sometimes because things are moving and then I always feel like I could be doing more. You know, like Hannah Berner posts a lot and she's cooking. But I get tired and I like to lounge and.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm like, I don't know, but then I'm like, I feel like you can't post too much, so you need to leave the post up with time to like cook.
That's how I feel.
But then I'm like, I'm posting too much, then I don't know.
I like to let a post cook.
Yeah.
That's how I justify it.
Yeah.
I like to let it cook.
Yeah.
And then when I see it's cooked enough, I post something else.
Yeah.
I don't like multiple things cooking.
My problem is like if I edit a bunch of clips, then I'm like, I feel like I need to post them all because I hate the idea of the fact that like it feels like work that I'm going to have to post them. So I'm like, can I just post them all now and they can all cook?
Right.
And so I don't have to deal with them, but that's not good. I have to do it on.
Yeah, get a little rhythm going.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
It's so stressful. Like posting them on every single platform takes so much time.
Yeah, I know it does.
That it's like, I just want to post them all now so I don't have to think about them. But you need to fucking scheme it out, this and that.
Also, I think that's better. I think it's like nice to have a bank because then like if you just do like 1 to 2 a week, then you're set for a month.
I literally also like we taped our sets like at the Funny Bones this past weekend, and then you ever like look at the footage and you're like, and I also paid someone to tape our Jersey City show, all of them. I looked at the footage and I'm like, this is what I look like.
Yeah, me too.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Same, exactly.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I'm the same.
I don't know if I can use any of these 4 shows.
I'm like, oh, okay.
This is what I look like? Are you kidding me?
I do think the lights on the stage and everything makes you look different. Because, like, The Stand, love The Stand, but their cameras hit my midsection sometimes in a way that's like,
I'm just like
a different person.
How is this happening?
My legs, too. If you have legs out, like... Yeah.
I wore this dress that I thought, I was like, we were doing this like nice theater in Jersey City. I was like, I'm going to wear this dress.
I saw clips from that.
Yeah. I posted one clip. Literally every single comment is like, are you eating Chipotle 5 times a week?
You're kidding me.
You're so fat. This dress makes you look fat. I was like, I have a full headlining set in this dress on this nice camera, and I'm like, when am I gonna be able to? I'm like, I can't cut anything else from this. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna use this set because if I post anything else, all the comments, it's on every platform, like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
You zoom in?
No, because I don't know. Every single platform is like, insane. You're fat. This dress makes you look fat. Wow. Why are you eating so much? And I'm just like, oh my God, how am I gonna use this footage? It's because so annoying. I could get over the fact that people are calling me fat, but also like
it's more just annoying. It's like it's not hurtful. It's annoying because you're trying to have people watch just for the jokes and they're focused on something else.
Yeah, and it's like it's really. I'm like, fucking last time I wear a dress on stage, I swear to God.
I know. Well, that's what happened to me in the Stand video. I was wearing like a skirt and like it hit my stomach in a way that was, I wanted to apologize to the audience. Yeah. And I will not be posting that footage.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because you're like, damn, this was like really, damn.
I think worse is photos, stage photos.
Stage photo? Yeah, I can't, some of these photographers, I'm like.
I know.
Oh, you got paid for this,
yeah,
huh?
Interesting.
Yeah.
No way to not make the lighting make me look like a ghoul.
I know. I'm like, I literally, sometimes I get so unhealthy that like I will weigh myself every single day and I will keep a notepad in my phone of how much I weigh every day. Like,
I literally have a scale that's connected to my phone. Don't not even worry. We've all been doing. Bridget Jones did it in her diary.
I know what I weigh. Like, so this dress is not keeping any secrets.
Yeah.
Like, I've lost weight, bitch.
Yes, I know.
We're going to be pulling a tarot card.
Oh, cool. I love tarot. Okay. You know, I went to a psychic and, oh my God, so you're in Jersey. I went to Asbury Park.
Oh, yeah?
Last week with Stuart and Caroline. We just got blackout. We went to a psychic.
Wait, which Caroline?
My friend Caroline.
Curly
she has
hair.
curly hair. Yeah.
Will you shuffle the cards?
And we went to a psychic. All that shit is so.
What did the psychic say?
Just the usual, like, bullshit. Like, they do this thing where they're like, there's someone in your life, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, she's like, we'll talk about that later. That's what they say. We'll get to that later, so that you talk about it. Yeah.
So they weren't good.
She was okay. She was like, she was okay. It was interesting. She was like, there's someone with a J, starts with a J in your life who's been bothering me. And I was like, true, my mom's name is Janine. And she's been really annoying lately. But, you know, it's all kind of bullshit.
That's very vague.
And then you drop a shit ton of cash. I dropped a shit ton of cash for her to heal my throat chakra. Oh. I actually do think it worked, because then a couple days later I vocalized something and it turned out fine.
Really?
Yeah. So.
I like that. I mean, throat chakra, comedy.
Right. I know.
Ace of Wands.
Okay.
All right. I don't know this card. We're going to have to read the book.
Yeah. I'm not very good at tarot.
Sometimes I'm good.
I dated someone who like was into tarot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Expansion inspiration. An extremely high energy card, the Ace of Wands indicates new growth is all around you. Your ideas and outlook will expand, and creativity seems endless. This fertile time, can also have literal meanings. A pregnancy or birth may be on the horizon.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so how about this? Maybe not pregnancy, but I am freezing my eggs.
You are?
So, yeah.
Really?
So maybe it's like learning about your fertility, right?
You're
maybe
freezing your eggs?
Yeah, you should do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why are you freezing them?
Because I'm 31 and I don't want to have a kid for at least 7 years.
Yeah.
So I just want to get ahead of it.
Whoa.
So knowing that, how can I best?
Yeah.
Because you're 30. How old are you?
28.
28. Okay. So
I'm going to be 29 this year, though.
Okay. Yeah, I basically don't want a kid now. I want a kid in 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's the best way to get ahead of it.
Well, my mom had me at 38 with no freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I don't think I have to because I'm super fertile.
Yeah.
My grandma had 12 kids.
Whoa.
And I'm Irish. I think it would be totally fine, but it's just a just in case.
Yeah.
So you can use your regular eggs when you go to have a baby.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work, you can go to your frozens.
How, like, is it like a lot of hormones? Like you feel crazy?
Yeah. No, so it's just pretty much, it's a 2-week thing. So they give you, and I'm going to do it over the holidays in December.
Shit.
They give you your stuff to take home. You shoot yourself up with all these hormones to make your follicles grow into eggs. And then you go in and they put you under and they take the eggs out. And then they say, oh, we harvested 18 eggs, and then they put them away for you.
It's a harvest.
Yeah, it's so
like
cool.
a video game.
It's a literal video game. And then when you go back, you give them your guy's cum, and they fertilize it in the lab, and then they put it in you.
Are you going to give your boyfriend's cum or whoever, like,
I guess
whoever you're with at the time?
Whoever's lucky enough.
Whatever. Wow.
So maybe that's what the fertility thing. I also have been feeling creative lately. I've been doing the artist's way. I don't know if you've ever done it.
Oh my god. Wait.
Are you doing it?
Wait, literally. Wait.
Are you literally doing it too? That's insane. That's really insane.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's really weird. What week are you on?
I have not started it.
Okay, that's
but
so weird.
I do have it in my bag.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that is so funny.
Yeah,
I think it's helpful.
Are you liking it?
Yes, I like it for the pages in the morning.
Yeah.
Just she.
Do you have this or the workbook?
Let me see that. I think I just have this. Yeah, this is what I have.
Okay, cool.
There's a workbook too with I just have this.
Yeah, and then you just have a notebook.
Yeah. And it's super good because the way she describes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wowie
that's
kazowie.
Weird. That's a little synchronicity that she would talk about in there.
Wow.
Kismet. That's weird with the Ace of Hearts talking about creativity.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, you should definitely get started.
Wow.
It's really good.
Wow.
It helps you to get everything out in the morning. Yeah. It's like a dump. So then later when you go to try to be creative, you're not thinking about all this random stuff.
I like that a lot. I like
gets
that.
You grounded and yeah.
Oh my God.
I recommend. That's
it's
really
right
weird.
Here.
That's really weird.
It's right here.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff she talks about.
We're ready to begin.
Yes.
We are ready.
Open it now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, Maddie, thank you so much for doing the podcast.
Oh, we just do one card? Okay,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, so fertility and creativity.
Fertility and creativity.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me at Maddy Smith on all the medias. And I'm always touring, so go to my website, maddysmithcomedy.com. A lot of fun dates coming up.
And thank you guys. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.